the word coming out, I'm at peace with myself. I found peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what does the word peace mean to you?
When you like what you see in the mirror. So a lot of people are very insecure about themselves. So peace is you have to find it. Happiness is you have to find it. It is not a place. It's not a place. Okay, I go to this room, I'm happy. No. Same for peace. You have to find peace within yourself. When you're comfortable being alone and alone at home, I think that's peace, very peaceful. Mindset, because being lonely is also very, very difficult. You know? So you have to accept the fact that you have to be alone, because we were not born with someone. We all came alone. We're going to die alone. So in between this, we have to get comfortable being alone. That's very important. So I got myself 2 dogs, and I have a son. I have a godson who lives with me. So these people keep me happy, and yeah, dogs are the best. They're best. They're the world's best thing for human being.
I know one of them just passed.
Yeah, one just passed away, and tragic. But I bought another one.
So which? Okay, you're talking about you have a godson of your own.
Yes.
Right. So how did that happen?
I knew his brother first, and then what happened was one day we went out together. Then he came to me and he said, "Can I stay with you? Because I've fight my father for a few days." I said, "Okay, you want to stay?" Because I had a spare room. So few days became few months, few years, and then forever.
But what was the dynamic like initially? Like because moving into having someone new in your home is a very weird dynamic.
But he was not a strange person. I already knew him. So I just thought actually for a few days. No, I didn't expect this to go on forever. So then he just refused to go back. Yeah.
Here's this one. Because I've listened to Okay Let's Go about for the podcast that you have done, right? And
Okay Let's Go, or the Malay one.
The Malay podcast, right?
Yeah.
So you see a transformation between him and from when he first go in to when he first to after right now, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, like how did you do that? How do you move from that person? How do you change from one person to from one?
I believe in unconditional love. I think unconditional love is people will change themselves because they don't want to embarrass you, or they don't want to put you in a spot because you're giving everything. A total stranger. I think humans, you give them don't restrict them, don't strain them. They will change for the better, and that's what happened.
But how do you know? But how do you guide him though? Like, there's this one question I always ask myself: like, how do I guide myself to knowing the right path to take? You
have to do the wrongs before it becomes right. So you know that this is wrong. I won't do it again. Then it become right. But it's I never control him. I never said anything. He just stays with me. I took care of him for many years. Now he's still staying with me, and just love lah. The love is there, and he changed 360 degrees, and the humans are like that lah. We need to we cannot condition them. We cannot. A lot of parents do that, condition the kids, like educators, teachers. They're more interested in results, but they're not interested in the kids, where the kids are more talented at. They want to see results with the education because they think that a brighter future. But if the kid is talented in some other thing, like maybe with hands or fashion designing or hairstyling or something, you should move them to that. Don't force them all about results, because it's not all about results anymore. Follow New Zealand. New Zealand does it differently. So I think it's the same thing as a parent. You cannot tell them what's right, what's wrong, because they will learn themselves. Whether they go into drugs or gangsterism or whatever they go into, you have to be clean yourself first. So you have to project very clean. But nowadays it's very difficult with children, because children they all rebel. They think rebelling is the best way. I believe in communicating. Communication is a solution to all problems. If you're unhappy about something, voice up. Don't keep inside. And then a lot of kids now are very, very rude, even to their own parents, because the love is one-sided. Like father gives more attention or mother gives more attention. I think there needs to be a balance, because you cannot condition the kids too much, because they get. Social media is our enemy, because I mean it works for us and it also doesn't work for us, because it's so bad now, and it's not going to get any better. So we ourselves have to control ourselves. Like every day, just take 1 hour or 2 hours and just chit chat. Because they've already said that for mental health, you should only sit on your phone for 2 hours a day.
Okay.
So I think mental health is so important. Must keep it checked. You yourself know whether you're going the wrong way. But if that's what you like, I cannot stop you. But I can try and pull you back. Tell you no, it's wrong. You have to come this side. But if that makes you happy, eventually you'll learn that that doesn't make you happy. Because you know that it's wrong all this while. Just don't take too long. You have to let go and pull, Yeah. And eventually it'll work for you.
You're talking about rebellion, but there's this one thing that I'm really curious about, like because you're like going, I'm doing the generation thing where the older guys are like saying, oh, I used to don't do that, right? Or back in my days, the children like is it the same as you looking back at yourself, like being a rebellion and stuff, and looking at our friends or looking at
no, I didn't really rebel. I rebelled because of my father was so embarrassed that I was very girly, so I went to take up Indian classical dance to rebel him in school lah. So it's CCA right now. So that's my kind of rebel. But there are a lot of other ways of rebelling. Nowadays kids like, wow. Even my time, we didn't even think about sex until we are like 20 something. Now because of social media, 11 already they're all having sex, or 12 or whatever it is, and it's very sad because it's two bodies connecting, and I think it's very, very important. It is not just about one night stands. It's not about that anymore, because it's very, very sad to see the way kids are nowadays. Even I go club, I see the way the kids are behaving. I'm like, why is the world changed to be so horrible, so nasty? All about the money, buying bottles and putting on the table. It's just a show-off game. It's like, oh, you got a bottle, I just want to buy a bottle. And are you really having fun? No? Because music is no more music anymore. It's just sound. Music was music back then. But older generation, like we all always compare, which is very bad, because we need to grow with time. Unfortunately, time is not in the right place, because it's just going to get worse, because the world is coming to an end. It's just going to get worse and worse. I mean, look at the disasters, the fire, the flooding in Pakistan. Just going to get worse and worse and worse. And with these people, the youngsters, I don't even see a future of Singapore, because they are so difficult to handle.
Is it easier because back in the day, because the idea of surviving, the idea of survival is the thing. Like we used to because my parents come from a place where growing up is being hard. Like growing up with like you are poor, you're just trying to put food on the table, and now money seems to be easier. Open air quotes, easier.
No, I think because before, you're right. They were trying to put food on the table, but there was a lot of family bonding. There were a lot of family, because we were scared to do a lot of things because of our mother will scold, father will scold. Our mothers were the biggest gangster in this world. But nowadays, kids talk back. We don't talk back. And with social media, they're getting more and more and more and more daring. So it's just, kids think it's an entitlement. For me to get this allowance every day is my entitlement. And they talk back to their parents by saying, then why you give birth to me? I don't need to be born for you, This is how the kids talk back. It's because of influence by friends or social media or whatever is happening. I think my time we don't even dare talk, because we know the cane is going to come out. Now you take out the cane, the kids are already calling family violence. They rather get the parents arrested, which is so sad. Right? So it's very different. I really don't think we should compare. But now it's all about entitlement. I have a degree in my education. I need to get 3,500 salary a month. That's how they think, without experience.
Okay.
So it's very sad. I'm entitled to get 3,500, because even nowadays the youngsters, they don't even want to work. No money, stay home. Parents will give money. They can go and work part-time, especially our F&B industry is so affected because we don't have people want to work as waiters because some of them paise lah. The friend come then see you work as a waiter. But those days, what paise? Like if I reach 70 and I cannot work already, I will definitely go and work as security guard. I'm not embarrassed. I have to put food on the table. You know, it's all about that. But these kids, no, they think it's entitled. They're entitled to work. And now education is going to start 4 days a week, like Wat Chong, from next year onwards. That is going to become another entitlement. So when these kids grow up and they start working, they also want to work 4 days. You know, but if let's say this company is 6 day, they won't work. You know what I mean? Because they have trained 4 day. So it's not going to get any better.
I don't know. I'm part of the idea of like saying, okay, that there should be a compromise between both of between the working life and the student life. Like 4 days work week, it makes sense for me because 4 days work week, if you work crazy like the 4 days, right? Then if you have more days, then you can work on your
it will definitely work because people will be more productive because people but might have to work longer hours. But it's very tiring. Maybe you should be alternate day. You know, I don't know because workforce. I've never been there, so I really don't know how the workforce is. But I think they have to walk together. You have to walk this line together as a boss and the staff.
You have been like a wait staff before before your career in show business started.
Yeah.
Right. So so have you looked at the wait, because you also do bar shows as well? Have you looked at the waiter and just go, oh, you don't know back in my day kind of thing?
Yeah. Because they're all just working for the money. There's no passion now. If when I go to some restaurant, I see the waiter or waitress is so passionate about their work, right? I get so impressed. Like they know what they're serving, you know. But there are places where they just serve. They don't even know what they're serving, you know, because they just want the money, you know, because it's all about the money, right? And a lot of places employ foreigner, especially students, you know, because bopian, Singapore don't want to work. So when they get these foreigners, it's even worse because command of English already bad. So and they don't even know what they're selling. That's why a lot of people must make effort. Passion is very, very important. Whether it's part-time job or full-time job, you need to know what. Every time I ask something, the waiter or waitress, I got to go and check with my manager. It's just like once I went and I asked, "What's your house pour vodka?" The girl brought me water.
Oh, good. Oh, no.
So it's irritating, right? But lucky I'm patient because I've done waitering, so I know. But it's very sad nowadays. Is everybody just thinking about the money? Okay, I also think about money, but you know, COVID has taught us a lot of like. That's what a lot of people did. People did a career switch because they realized no need to do the rat race. No need to earn that kind of money. We can switch career, earn lesser, but be happy with our job, passionate, and slowly walk up the ladder. That initiative is brilliant, and I'm so happy that a lot of people switch career because they have more time for themselves and for their kids and for their wife, and because they were all in the society thinks, oh, if I'm doing this job, I have to get this car, I have to live in a condo. They were all going for that, but then they were not happy. It's pressure, the society pressure. COVID has taught them, okay, we don't have to do that. We can all stay in a HDB. We don't have to drive a car, and then we can have more money in our hands. You know what I mean? A lot of people are happier now. So lesser cancer, more happiness, which is very good.
This is one thing where I'm just curious. Do you consider, because you've been in the show business for so long, do you think that show business is just another form of rat race? Or would you think that after a while later, you get to know your way around?
No, show business is not rat race. Show business is something that you have to keep it going yourself. You have to always keep, like stand-up comedy, you have to always keep fresh. Because people forget you like that, you know. And
do you still have the fear of like people forget you after so long?
No. I'm talking about the younger generation. You know, like you have to change your generation because people who followed me, some are already dead, or some are very old. So you have to change your game. You cannot be complacent. So I started doing more stuff, current affairs, do a bit of politics, which interests more people now. So my crowd has changed. Old people still coming. Now I'm getting this younger generation who are interested to know what is this stand-up comedy all about, you know. And because the younger comedians have got no aim, they have to push themselves. Some of them don't push. They just stay there, and then they get dissolved. So you have to up your game. And I'm very lucky that I've been doing it for so long, and I'm still there because of the fact that I think I've been upping my game. I don't want to fight with the younger comedians. You all do your stuff, I do my stuff. People want to listen to me will still come because I don't do what you do. I don't speak vulgarity. I don't say cock. I don't say all that. You all, if it's your style, you're going to do. My style is different. So people want to hear that, they will come. So that my audience will not die. As long as I got a fresh audience and I keep bringing out new stuff, changing, keep up my game.
I think it's also because the younger comedians also do not know what or how the roadmap is. Like because I myself I try or learn how to do like what's the thing, right? But I do not.
Sorry, what's the thing?
Like what's the roadmap? What how do I improve? How do I up my game?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of trial and error to be.
Yeah. That's why among themselves there's a lot of competition.
Yeah.
Because they cannot come to my level because I have put my level there already. Even our government knows I put my level there. It's very hard for them to build it. That's why a lot of them disappear because of the fact that they cannot. They give up. They go back and do something full time, like a proper office job. It happens.
How do you because you go from the days of Boom Boom Boom, or even back in the days of Haw Par Villa, when Haw Par Villa was there, like what is it, like what's the place, or how would you describe Haw Par Villa situation?
Haw Par Villa was just to it was a passing phase for me because it was more like they gave us free acting class, dancing class. That's why we all went to join. Nothing about Haw Par Villa, because Chinese mythology. I'm Indian. There's no interest, but it's a good learning process. But Haw Par Villa is still around. It's just an event space now. So Haw Par Villa is more for the free acting dance class.
Okay.
More for that.
Because I know like Gurmit and Joanne Kam was from there as well. And it seems like I've a lot of people who has a career started out from there, or the people that I know there's a career started out from there as well. So I'm not so sure what is the acting class like at that point of time, because right now all I know about Haw Par Villa is a place where very trippy. It's a lot of like a weird
10 Courts of Hell. But yeah, the acting class didn't really help because we all didn't become serious actors. We didn't go into theatre. Eventually here and there during our career, people come and approach us, so we do theatre and then we do TV here and there TV. But it was all transition. It was like, okay, I have my full-time job in Boom Boom, and then I go and do all this extra.
Okay.
So because Boom Boom was my rice bowl. Everything until today, my stand-up is my rice bowl. Everything else is extra. So if I do dinner and dance, or if I do TV, it's all extra. I don't need them, because I have regular income from here. But it's good to have extra. But now after COVID, everybody's changed. We all choose who we want to perform for. Before there was like prostitute. No? Every show so thick. Now we change. We choose. Now I want to choose. If I want to do a D&D, I want to choose for which company. I want to know more about the company. What is your demographic? How many foreigners? Because I don't want to perform to foreigners.
Okay.
So unless they lived a long time, it's very, very hard.
So basically, but do you choose? But what are your requirements for doing a shoot? Because you say you don't need the money now. So do you
don't need money now? No, I never said don't need money now.
No, as in like you're doing the extra, the extras. You're doing the corporate shows for the extra money, right?
Yeah, corporate shows. For no. Very hardly anybody can live with corporate shows because it's not consistent.
Okay.
It's not every time. Of course, now suddenly after COVID, a lot of dinner and dance are coming. Only MCs can survive for some time. But for the kind of act I do, like comedy, all that, it's not every company wants that kind of comedy, So it's extra. It's just a full time. So you have to have your regular bars that I do, which is your income, and then this is extra. You have I got extra 1,000, 2,000. Okay lah.
Talking about the comedy you do, right? I remember. I've read about the Rara show.
Yeah.
And it got cancelled because of the complaints.
No, it wasn't it was a complaint because somebody did a sexual thing, not me. So yeah, then got a lot of complaints.
What was the situation? Because I read on the
Okay,
library.
it was a driving skit.
Uh-huh.
So the other actor took the safety belt
Uh-huh.
and put it into the other person's thing.
Uh-huh.
So the actress said, "Hello, you put your thing in my hole." It became vulgar.
Oh, the sexual innuendo.
Innuendo.
So, like, does it go through? Does it vet through initially? Like the whole. It was during the SBC era, right?
Yeah, but it's to people of course the writers all thought it's funny lah. But people took it another level. So Singaporeans, and it's 1992. It's people weren't ready for anything of this sort.
Uh-huh.
Now everyone is so ready. They want sex because it's social media again. There's so many out there. People have traveled. Before that, it was very conservative. Now people are more open to a lot of things. Even being gay, it's no more a surprise to anyone.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's no more. 1992, it will be a surprise. The reason why I wore a dress is to turn heads, because in those days, people, when they see a bapo, akon, they will turn head, like to confirm whether they're boy or girl. So I want to get the audience attention. Now, you can't even call them akons because it's derogatory. So you can call them transgender, or they have the whole LGBTQ thing. My time don't have one.
Okay, if someone calls you like aqua, or like does it still hurt, or it has just moved on to something else?
It doesn't hurt anymore. No. It used to hurt, but don't hurt anymore.
So,
comfortable with your own skin is very important. But nobody calls me that anymore because it doesn't exist. If I tell the younger generation, aqua, they all don't know. Where got such word? Because to them, there's just that person just different.
Okay. But what's the difference between like is there like a difference? Is there like the difference in difficulty when performing currently, now and before?
No, it's easier. It's so much easier now. But back then, I was special. Because I was the naughty thing to do at night. Now it's because Kumar is still around. Let's go and watch him. Since we're all still around. And people also know that I also move my game. If people have followed, they would understand. Of course, they don't come and tell me lah. But it's good to put a smile on people's face. That last time was curiosity. Everyone was curious. What's this going on? Let's go and see. Then it became very, very popular because it was very different. It's something that nobody does. Out of the norm. Everybody does normal job. But this is like, wow, mind-blowing. Like, Singapore, so clean. Suddenly we got this. You had to question the police all the time. Because the police question you come with an answer.
When the police see you, I remember like listening like that. There are police that go to your show and wondering like what is wrong or what
they will try and find fault lah. But you have to be smart enough. You become smarter.
What are the faults they used to try to find?
They used to see how come I'm wearing a dress and how come my dress is so short. And then I will quickly, by next week, I'll go and make a t-shirt and say I was wearing a long t-shirt. Oh, this is the one you're wearing. Yeah, okay. You have to play with it. You have to be smart.
Then okay, I remember like I'm not so sure whether you will you be part of the, because I remember like there's this one huge history where Singapore is like banning long hair for guys.
Singapore never banned long hair.
Singapore never banned. I remember like during the 1960s or 1970s, there are rock bands from the UK came down to Singapore and banned long hair and stuff like that.
I don't remember.
Don't remember.
I think I was just born. There was no, but it's just that those days long hair is stereotyping. It's long hair is you're entertainer, you're a guitarist. Last time everybody had a certain look. A musician had a look, DJ had a look, because they all look different. Now, somebody come and tell me I'm a DJ, I'm like, huh? You look like you're working for computer, like blur, But they're talented lah, but they don't have originality. They don't look different because they don't look stylish, Everybody wants to look Korean now.
Oh yeah.
That's very sad.
Yeah.
Where is your individual identity? It's very sad.
I think it's also because people are just trying to figure out who they are.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But on the road to finding who they are, they're losing a lot of people, opportunities that are here. Because they are so busy, they're so involved in looking like a Korean.
Oh yeah.
They forgot their individual identity. But because yours is individual identity, right? You're just being simple. You're not copying anyone. You just see whatever comfortable you take and wear. People should not copy. Be your own. I mean, find your own. What do you like? Wear. I mean, because clothes are not expensive anymore. Everybody can afford. But don't be another person. Don't be Harry Styles. Harry Styles carries a handbag, paints his nails, but it's very straight. In Singapore, people paint your nails, and if you're carrying a handbag, a guy, you'll be stereotyped like, oh, it's gay. But actually, you are straight. Because you paint your nails. But it's Harry Styles brought that fashion, flower power suddenly, and so don't follow. But that doesn't mean I'm telling that you gay boys all out there should carry handbag and paint your nails. No, because now after 376 has been approved, I want to know what are the gays going to fight for next.
Oh yeah.
Because they fought for this long time. Now, okay, ready. Next what? They're bored ready.
I suppose it's like the civil, because I do not know what it means to be I do not know. Okay, maybe I don't really understand the whole fight against like just for 3778. I think 3778 is just like a milestone. It's just one step forward.
Yeah.
But I think the end goal will be like marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Which will not happen.
but what? Okay, this is just a little bit of like political side of things that I want to ask from you because you are the first public person to come out openly in 2011. So like, what do you think about 3778 then? Like the whole repeal of 3778 and yet
I want to know how many people actually got arrested. Nobody know. Unless I and you are having sex and then I call the police. That's the only way you can get caught. Nobody's going to bang into your house, so nobody got caught. What? So why is the fight for?
I think it's also because like the I'm not so sure. Like having the law there is also kind of scary in a sense that okay, there's a law there that if they don't like you and they know that you are gay, they can just put the law on you.
Yeah, but they have to catch you having sex. It is not about being gay. It's about having unnatural sex. But nowadays, how many straight people are also having unnatural sex? A lot of people are also going from the back because they want to try it with the wife or whatever. But that law is so redundant. It's like it's just there for to protect another party. Just that's all. But who got caught? No police. Police are not so free to go open your door. It's that's why Tanjong Pagar is still there. All the gay bars. You think they don't know? They know what. They let it be there for the gay people to go and have fun. Now it's very good because they're saying that diversity companies should employ more. Gay people. Gays are going to take over because gays are actually in the forefront. Like architects, lawyers, doctors. All of the higher end are actually all gays. They're going up the ladder already, So, and there are more gays now in Singapore, a lot more. So I don't know what next. If you're going to fight for the same-sex marriage, I think it's going to be very hard. They allow you to get married on your own, but if you want to get the certificate, I don't think it's going to happen because Singapore got a few. We are not one religion country. We are many religion countries. So. Some religion doesn't allow in their religion practice. So it's maybe not now, maybe after I die, maybe 20, 30 years, it might come if there's a new young ministers, newer cabinet, it might change.
I think it's also because of diplomacy. They have to settle the diplomacy between the other Southeast Asian countries as well, considering Indonesia is secular, but it's very Muslim. Heavy. Malaysia is Muslim country. Yeah. So and on top of then you have China who's very I'm not so sure whether he's very anti-gay in a sense.
It's not anti-gay, but in Shanghai there is a big gay scene.
No.
So they're all coming out. I think 20 years ago they couldn't even come out. They just get married to a woman. But I think times have changed. There is a big pool. I've been to Shanghai. There's a big pool of gay. There's a gay scene there. Because I think even India has one.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere have. It's just whether accept or not accept. I mean, like now, I think in Singapore, every family has a gay person. You know, it's I think naturally. I mean, don't know what happened, but or every other family, you know, has a gay person, has a because it's spreading like fire.
But you came out. You are the first public person who came out in.
No, I'm not the first.
You're not
public.
First public person to come out.
Yeah.
Then do you face like backlash from that, from coming out?
No, because I came out because I wrote the book, right? And if I'm not truthful, might as well write the book, right? So I have to say I'm gay lah. But there was no backlash. There was no, because everybody like one journalist wrote saying that it is not earth-shattering news.
Like they kind of expected. From
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I mean, if I'm straight, it will be news lah. But it wasn't earth-shattering news because it's gay lah. So no backlash.
No backlash.
It's just to it's not even a come out. It's just let people know I'm gay lah.
Yeah. So here's this thing about like, okay, because after Rara show, right? Do you? I'm going back into the showbiz business kind of thing. Where do you have any fear then, like where your showbiz career, like?
Wait, what do you think?
Because your showbiz cancelled, right? So like, is that like the show got cancelled, right? At that point of time,
Which show go? Oh yeah,
the Rara show, right?
Yeah.
So and you weren't on TV anymore.
Yeah.
So at the point of time, were you like, okay, there's nothing for me, or do I go back to, or do I go do something else altogether?
No, because I had Boom 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 Boom.
Oh, Boom 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 is Boom 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 was there already.
Yeah, I was there already. So Boom 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 was there. So it wasn't a loss for me. TV no killer. Because I left TV. I wasn't banned. I left TV before it got banned.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know this. Because even the big boss of Mediacorp just lied his way through lah. It's very, very backstabbing on those days. So, and it was so easy to blame the Indians, you know, because there was two of us and they blame the Indians. The Chinese are still working in Mediacorp. So it is so easy. But who made the joke? It's the Chinese. So do I say that Mediacorp was racist? No, I can't say. It's just, okay, I lost a job. I lost an extra gig, which was so popular. But because I had to leave to go and perform in Hong Kong, and I needed a 2-week break.
Okay.
But they refused to give me. They say, okay, you want 2-week break, you leave the show. I said, okay, I leave the show lah.
Oh, why? Like why they don't allow you to leave? Like why?
Because we were recording back to back.
Okay.
So they needed me.
But
I said, no, I want to go Hong Kong. They say, then you leave the show. Okay, leave the show.
But who started the show though? Like, because it feels revolutionary.
If I mention names, you can get in trouble.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But it's the guys from Mediacorp then?
Yeah.
So how do you know how the show get started? Like how's the show idea started? Because it was like
I think Mediacorp wanted to have local programs. So they wanted to start out with a talk show, they wanted a cooking program, they wanted a variety show. So they launched everything at one time. So we were the pioneers for local show. So the launch, so mine was more of the talk show, skits and Agony Aunt. Then we had the variety show with Douglas Oliveira, Loretta Alabon. Then we had Mom's Not Cooking with Jacinta Abhishekanathan. Then we have Gotcha with Mo Alkaf. So these were the shows that were going on. So they were watching us how far we were going to push the boundary.
Because this boundary was like quite far compared to current TV now, where it was, when right now it's a little bit conservative, where there are a lot of safer it's shows like now is a lot safer.
So they went back to the cocoon.
Yeah.
The shows.
Or at least the shows I've kind of like catch and glimpse, where you see a nucleus family, then there's a guy, then there's an old, then there'll be like a Chinese guy, Chinese family talking about like getting in a relationship, like working, and it's very, and it's like a children like going through the education system. It's kind of safe.
Yeah. Because nobody wants to think out of the box. Everybody's scared. Because if you think out of the box, you lose your job. And Everybody want to walk on the safe zone. And also because now of the family bonding, family thing, the divorce is very high. So they're trying to show the social issues bring into a TV program, which is boring. Because I'm not interested. You know, I'm not going to learn anything from this. You know, you might as well just do a talk lah. Nobody wants to do a talk show, because if you do a talk show, how far can we go? This is Channel 5 lah.
Oh yeah.
You know, this is not America. You know, I can slam Donald Trump. I can even talk bad about Joe Biden. Here you can't. Straight away your show will be axed.
But if you don't push the show,
You and I can sit down and talk for hours about this debate, but that side don't want to take the risk. So we're not going to change anything. We are just shooting blanks.
Because I'm outsider coming in. I don't think I do have people who are from inside. Like as an outsider looking in, although I do have my own I do this like own radio show kind of thing, like on the internet and stuff like that, like a podcast, right? But it's just like the whole idea of like why aren't things changing when people keep saying things are changing, and when things change, somehow we got punished all the time.
Yeah, because that's what I'm telling you, why things are not changing. People not want to think out of the box. They want to be daring. You can walk on a fence. You just have to know how. You know, because if one program works, they make the same program. You see, like now there's a whole culinary cooking competition going on within chefs and homemakers. It worked on Channel 8. So now they bring it to all the other channels to make a new one. So because it works. So what worked, they'll just do 10 shows from it.
So what's the next? Can you like kind of like forecast, or as since you've been so long, like kind of like try to like think like, okay, so what are the next step moving forward?
For who?
For like if what was the next what's the next thing that will kind of like duplicate? Because I think that it's kind of like interesting to look at the Singapore media landscape. And
no, but I don't think they'll all walk on a safe zone. They might take a game show from somewhere and then replicate lah. Because Mediacorp is very famous for copy. They see what works, they buy the rights and they make a program here. They'll do things like that lah. But Singapore is interested to watch. You know, you need to get the. You see, now they make programs out of YouTubers who got many views. They give you a TV program, but how long can the person sustain? And you keep talking about sustainability. You all just taking people from the YouTube, because some people on TV and YouTube is two different things, but people don't understand that. You can be very good in YouTube, but when you put you in front of the camera, you become a different person. You cannot perform because you're not an actor. Yeah.
Have you done things on YouTube?
No.
But you've done things on TV. So do you know the difference between the TV? Like, can you explain the medium between the TV and YouTube itself? Because
I think it's the same, but YouTube, I think like it's all about the like and shares, right? It's validation. People want validation. If I don't have likes and share, that means people don't like me. That's when they go into depression. For TV, it's you do your work. People watch, people don't watch. It's not your problem. But you need to get people to get attracted to on Channel 5 and watch you. That's why you see like now the Sunny Side Up, the long form is popular because it's multiracial. Although it's a bit wrong, but it's multiracial, and it's family problems lah. Social issues are, and there is the Heartlander watching it. So they already have a pool. That's why they keep doing shows like that. But how long more? So
Tanglin has ended. So
Tanglin is this took over Tanglin what?
They're still going through Tanglin.
No, Sunny Side Up took over Tanglin.
Yeah.
So Tanglin, because the viewership went up, so Sunny Side Up lah, another program. And nobody thinks out of the box. Nobody want to come out new program. Like, let's think of a new program. Let's do a talk show, and I want to do a program on men. You know, but nobody wants to pick it up for me because everyone is scared. Because men, a lot of focus is on women. Women's abuse, single mother, woman, but no focus on men. Men also go through depression. What? Men also go through menopause. Men also get molested. Men also get harassed. Why no talk on men? I mean, you want equality, then be fair about it. Don't always talk about women menopause, women got this problem, health problem, cancer, women breast cancer. Men also get cancer, How many men have died as suicidal is not a weakness for women. In India, the highest suicidal is men. Because in India, men have to stand up. They have to be the men of the family. So they're the backbone of the family. So there was a lot of pressure, and they bottle up. I mean, they cannot take it, they commit suicide because they don't talk. This kind of topics should talk, because if you do a TV program, this would really work because a lot of men might not come forward, but they will watch because they're going through something that they're talking about.
There's this guy that got really famous on YouTube right now, but he got a lot of flack. His name is Andrew Tate. So if you do, like, he got a lot of hate because of the things he said that is going against the feminist ideals. So and a lot of people, he said things, some of them are super outrageous, but I think everyone seems to touch the same idea of like, look, mental health is important, the men's mental health and stuff like that. I think it's also because guys like him, then he got banned from Facebook, from TikTok, from other social media. I'm not so sure whether YouTube as well. So he got banned from that. So I think that's also like it's also dangerous in the sense where, do I really want to commit into that and then get flagged for?
No, I don't think you should put down anybody. You should just talk about mental health and don't shout. A lot of TikTokers shout like they're so angry about something, and that's so wrong. I think you all need to go for help. Because I watch TikTok almost every day just for entertainment. I see a lot of guys are shouting, like, what the fuck? Why you fucking you? Fuck, I don't like you. You have issues. You have to seek help. But if you talk about interview a doctor about men's health, I think it must make it fun because I think comedy, if you do it funny way, easier to accept. Don't put down the women. Just talk about men. Don't say why women have more concern than men. No, just talk about men issues. No comparison. So people out there might learn a bit more about men also having issues. So if you see your husband is in some kind of funny mood, that means something is wrong with him. He's like, maybe he's having a mental breakdown, so find out what are the signs of mental issues. What are the signs people give when they're having issues within themselves? Go and learn those signs, and then when you think this person need help, you help them. I see. So this kind of awareness is very, very important. Don't compare. Don't slam women. Don't slam men. Just talk about issues about men going through. That's it. Interview some people who have come out of mental health, come out of depression. Some people have cancer. Men have survived because there's no more death sentence. No cancer. You can live with cancer. You interview people. I would like to do this kind of TV program. I would love to do interview men with weird hobbies. I know a man who collects tamarins. Sorry, not tamarins. What's that? The small turtle.
Terrapins.
Tamarins is sorry. He collects them. He's a CEO of a company. That's why he collects. So weird, right? But men with weird hobbies are very interesting.
I think that sometimes it's also because the idea itself also. I know people who like train sets. But sometimes people got slammed like, oh, why don't you just grow up from that? Like, why are you still playing train? Like, are you still like 5 years old playing train track?
Why do you still watch Star Wars?
Yeah, so I'm like I think there's also a social pressure of men trying to grow up. Like when I was younger, I remember like getting out of a lot of hobby because my mom and dad was asking, can you just man up? Can you just grow up? Like why are you still like you're 5 years old, you should not be watching cartoon, you should be growing up and do something else. Like be a man, right?
No, but you see, I understand be a man, but there is no book to follow what a man should do. There's no book to follow what a woman should do. We all learn through our lives. So I think even if a man is still collecting toys, let him collect. Maybe that makes him happy, but because it's no more the in thing, you know. It's no more like when we all used to play with the same toys. Now it's all handphone. Everyone is playing games on the handphone. It just up the market, up. From physical, we just went into a platform. But I think the physical is very, very good because we used to play in the rain. When I tell my nephew said, "Huh? Why you playing in the rain?" Because we were not rich and we had no big toys. We didn't have a computer. We didn't have a handphone. Nothing. So we find playing in the rain is fun. So one day it was raining at my house. My nephew is at my house. I said, let's go in rain. Let's go play in the rain. He said 1 a.m. I said, yeah, let's go play lah. He said, no. I said, come. Then I brought him down. We play the car park, you know. But he felt weird, but yet rejuvenated. Like let go. I let go of my theme. You know, it's very, very important. No? Let go my stress. I can go and sleep now. Try. It is no cost. It's you're not going to anybody's space. You're just going to your car park, get wet. It's fun.
The idea of playing in the rain is so weird right now.
Yes.
For me. Like, okay. Like, I do not know why would people play in the rain if it's not a romantic scene in K-pop.
No, but because it's fun. It's stress. Sorry, on my phone because I got a lot of messages from a lot of people. So it's good to let out stress, and I think I understand what he's saying because nowadays it's not any norm. Like playing in the rain is like what, but yet I have seen movies people play in the rain, but it's not a fun thing now. I mean, it's like to the kids it's a waste of time. I rather play game on the phone, you know. Get out physically, do something. Because now kids cannot go physically and do anything. They get sick.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the food they intake, the processed food, whatever they're eating. So, go out and exercise. Just play in the rain or walk. You know, the best way of losing weight is walking. Don't pressure yourself. Don't go and do all the funny. Because people doing, you also do. Different body, what that person's body can take, your body may not be able to take. You must know all that. So it's same thing about playing in the rain, playing in the mud. We used to play in the mud, roll in the mud, and we still don't fall sick. Nowadays, a bit fall sick. And then mothers give vitamin C, even if the son is not sick. You are training them to fall sick. I think you should go out and play. It's very, very important.
I myself, I don't fall sick very often, but when I do, it's a new event in my life, right? Because I think I grew up in a place where my dad is from he was the old school like metal fabricator, where he cut metal sheet, where he folds up, and I grew up in a very dusty, yeah. So it's like, but right now everyone seems to be going into a career where trade job is not the thing anymore, where welding is not a thing anymore, where folding metal sheets is not a thing anymore.
It's because of AI lah.
AI, yeah, because like okay, you're moving on already. Like at the end of the day, will we be able to like at the end, and that kind of job seems to be like at the sunset where everyone is not doing that anymore. Like there's no more focus on that kind of jobs anymore.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, okay, so why don't we do that anymore? It's like, oh, because it's not paying the bills anymore. There's no
requirement for it because everything is now. I mean, it's like I said, it's just going to get worse. Like a lot of people with the authentic workforce, like the physical labor, it's no more going to be there because robots are taking over. IA is taking over. AI is taking over. So it's very sad. Like, why? Where is the physical connection? Where's the physical? Because when I make a product from scratch, end product, I'm very proud I did it. Now because everything is online, right? You build even there, then you just replicate. But last time people used to carpentry work, you know. It's very, very important. What people are staring at us? Okay.
Did you still be shocked when people look staring at you?
That's why I wear shades. So I know they're staring at me, but they don't know that I'm looking at them.
Like okay, because you have been like a cultural icon for so many years already. Like you go out, I think everyone knows.
But also a lot of people know that it's my private time, so they won't disturb me because I'm very reserved. I don't really talk to people.
But But are there times where people just go, oh, hey,
Yeah.
So-
A lot.
Do you tell them, hey, you know what, like this is my time?
No, I don't tell them.
Uh-huh.
If they understand, they will just walk away. But if they don't understand, I'll give them that time lah.
Uh-huh.
I'll just say, take picture or whatever lah.
So is there anything that's very prominent, that's memorable that you have when someone came up to you?
Oh,
hey,
you mean like a story?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was this happened about just before COVID. One lady, the husband came to the show with she pushed her wheelchair. And then after that, during the break, I went out to smoke. So she came out with the wheelchair and I threw the cigarette. She said, don't throw. I said, why? I used to be a smoker, so I like the smell of cigarette. I said, oh. Then she told me what happened. She said she had a stroke. And she's in a wheelchair. Then she was going through a depression. And she said to my daughter want me to feel better. So she played all your videos for me. And my husband asked me what I want for my birthday. I said, I want to see him. Because you made me in a better place, put me in a better place. So I want to come and thank you for that. I said, very heartwarming, very touched. Very touched.
But so, like, does this come out very often? Like after a while later?
If this come out very often, then I'm in some guru. No lah, I'm sure I've helped people who are suicidal, going through a divorce. They came out of it after watching me because they feel better. But some of them don't say, they go online and they say. So because I'm not online, so I get people telling me, hey, this person commented about you. So it's good that somehow I'm helping people to come out of a depression or come out of divorce or whatever, widower or medical problem. It's good. So every time I perform, I hope I'm helping one person.
The connection between performer and audience member is very interesting for me.
Yeah.
Because it's like the whole dynamic of I do this partly and put it up online is because I also receive emails like saying, hey, you know, this helps me.
Yeah.
As an audience member. So it's just like it's just very heartwarming in a sense where I don't do this. I actually don't really do this for the audience member sometimes. But it's like, oh yeah, I'm helping this group of people.
Yeah.
Just by doing the things that you need to be done, right?
Yeah.
And just putting things up online, just go, okay, oh wait, why, like there are times I just go, why am I helping? Like I don't understand the whole connection, like they listen to this and stuff like that. So it's a bit weird, or it's kind of like, I find it not weird but interesting when it comes to dynamic, when it comes to like interacting with the audience member, and people just go, oh, it's nice and very heartwarming for people.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a good feeling that you are helping somebody somehow, somewhere. You don't have to know who or what, but you're helping somebody.
I want to ask a little bit personal, if you may, where about you growing up, right? Because I remember you are born in SPCA.
Yeah.
And how are you as a child?
I'm very quiet, very reserved. You don't even know if I'm there. Because I'm very scared of my father. So you will never know I'm there. Even in school, people, you don't even know if I went to class. I was very quiet. I hate school. Because it's always people calling you cat calls, nicknames, and it's so frustrating. Now, of course, they don't call. Everybody's so lucky. But those days, and then there was a lot of racist remarks in school, which was really tough.
So because it's just weird to put Kumar on stage, and Kumar as a kid in school that's very quiet and reserved.
I don't know how it happened. Don't ask me. I really don't know how it happened. Just boom.
So how do you know when you want to be in the limelight then?
I always wanted to be in the limelight because from young I love to dance. So I always go and take part in dance competition, community center, and so I liked it. You know. So I realized that I'm always in the limelight. So when I went to Happavilla Villa also, I was like the person that everybody wanted to be. Not everybody wanted to be with. I put myself in a place where I'm always with people. So then when I went to do stand up, I enjoyed it. The limelight. So I stayed there lah. Even when I was doing waitering and when I just came out of the army, I make sure service is very good, that the customer come back and look for me. You know? And makes you feel good. So I always wanted to be like on top.
So so when you grow up, right? But you have four sisters.
Three sisters.
Three sisters, and you're the only guy.
No, I got one half brother.
Yeah, and a half brother. So what is the dynamic like as in your family? Like what kind of family do you grow up from?
A very conservative Indian family. When my real mother left my father, he became very abusive. Because I think the only thing that reminded him of the failed marriage was the kids. So he used to abuse us quite badly. And we all just grew out. Because after that SPCA, then we moved to HDB, he cannot abuse already because neighbors will complain. So everything toned down. And then it was, everything just changed for the better. So there was no like, oh, somebody had to beat him up to stop him from beating us. No, nothing of that sort.
So, but have you got in touch? I suppose because your biological mother is the sister of your stepmother, right?
Yeah.
So I suppose you still keep in contact with her?
No, and she's dead now. She died when I was 21.
Okay.
She died a long time ago.
Did you keep in touch with her
No.
after she left?
No, because I was very with my father. Like, because he's the nicest man in the day. Then at night with alcohol, he becomes an animal. But stayed with him because he told us to. So we just stayed lah.
Okay, so I see. Because I'm just trying to like picture your father as well. Because your father is like you have said your father is like an angel at the day, but at night, when he tries to deal with his with the demons that he has. Yeah. So he's like, oh, okay. So I'm like looking at, okay. So is that the do you find any do you find any comfort in knowing like or what is your attitude towards your father
now?
Yeah,
he's dead. He died like 12 years ago. But I forgave him because when I grew up, I realized that he needed an outlet because he's Indian and very conservative. So it was very common for Indians to be abusive. So I forgave him and I stayed with him till his last day. So I realized I did what I had to do lah. Because if you grew old and you cannot fight anymore, and he had cancer some more, so he was just lying there going downhill. So I think the reason why he was like that is my own conclusion to why he was like that, but there could be other reasons. So when he became sick is when I feel that I don't need to bring the family back because I all married and left, so all of them come back. So every Sunday I will gather all my nephew, nieces and my sisters, and then we will come to my father's house and we will just spend time with him the whole day, then we'll go back. So that put a smile on his face. So and I still keep the bond. I still keep the bond. My whole family must come back together, especially festivals, especially Christmas, Deepavali. Every Sunday, if possible, let's come and meet. And let's do something together. Let's bond now, because it's very, very important. Because you let go, sure all let go. So you have to hold something back. I'll do it till my last day, because I think family is very important. At the end of it all, family is very important. Friends also important, but once you grow older, you will know which friend is good for you, which friend is no good for you. Because there are friends just there for the frivolous friends. They're just there for the ha. Then your friends, like when you have an issue, they're always there. So that one eventually you will know. That you will filter. But family is very important. So I kept the bond till today.
Did your father open up with you?
No. Whatever, he doesn't talk.
He doesn't talk. So
he was a provider.
So he's just there to like, okay, day in, day out. This is my family. I have to support.
Yeah. Just provide lah.
I suppose it kind of like because I'm just trying to get the whole concept of the dynamic of a family where when you get everyone to come back together for the very first time, like because everyone has like, did everyone just go okay? It's everyone just come back together, or everyone had their own opinions about the
No. Everyone came back because she was very sick.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a natural thing to get everybody back, and then we cook and we chit chat, we laugh, do our own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a very good feeling, so that the family is back together. And my nephew nieces are older now, much older, and it's very hard to get them together because they're working lah. Because Sunday also they work. But I told them whenever you can, just come. And so they do come, and whenever they can, because everyone's got their own career to deal with. So I totally understand. I'm not going to force them, and I'm not going to say you're selfish, you don't know. I have to come to terms with this myself. If they can, they will come. If they cannot, they cannot. I don't force them. It's not a must. It's you must be willing to come. So if you're not willing to come, then I cannot force you. You're all going your own way. What can I do, right? But make an effort lah. I make an effort. So I expect. That's what in life, don't expect. It's like if your friends say coming over to your house. Let's say I got friends coming over. Last time I get very affected when they say they come very late. Like they suppose come at 6, they come at 10. And I hated it. Like I get very upset with them. Then after that I grew out of it. I say no, they come. They don't come, because they don't appreciate your company. Then if they don't come, they don't come. So I come to terms with that already. So now I'm okay.
How do you come to terms though? I'm trying to come to age.
It's age. There is no equation to that. It's age. You come to terms with it. There are people like that. Don't expect. Don't expect that person has to be there. No. If they want, they will come.
Because of all this wisdom, right? Like I'm still trying to learn how to.
You are still so young. Wait lah. Why are you rushing?
I don't know. I'm like there's a part of me that just okay. Look, how do I? I'm looking at in front and just going look. There are certain lessons that I want to learn early.
You don't learn early, because then when you reach that age, you're done. I'm like I learned already. What now? What else was it? Learn is a process. Learn as you go. So that when you're 50, you're still learning, which is good. I'm still learning about people. I'm still learning. I go out very often, so I observe people. I see people behavior. I get material. I see the way people are, and it's very interesting to see people how they behave in public, and you learn all this. You learn how people are. So if you have a friend who is like that, let them be. Eventually, they'll come to terms, but don't take too long. So when you have to learn, you cannot learn how to be 50 now. Then when you reach 50,
it's the idea of disappoint though. Like I don't want to, like if I come to terms early, then I do not have to go through the idea of disappointment.
No,
myself.
But you have to. That's human. You have to, because maybe I think you think too much. I think you need to relax. Not yoga, just relax. Life is full of surprises.
There's this one thing that I kind of like want to learn as well, like the idea of being lonely, right? Because you mentioned about like coming to terms to that as well.
I mean, it's sad lah, because I don't want to be alone. I've been in 2 relationships, but I came to terms with it lah. Like, okay lah, like it's just do lah. If you are feeling lonely, watch a movie. Now got Netflix, now we got Prime. Watch a movie or watch something that will make you happy. So you will remove the loneliness from you. Go out. You need to go out of the house as more often and make new friends. Or I'm trying to make new friends, but it's very hard because everyone's got their own group of friends already. So I go into Grindr, the app, and it's still very hard because they're all there just for sex. And I'm not into so much of that. But they all don't get it. The gays think that you want to make friends.
I think like sex after a while later without intimacy, it can feel very empty.
Yeah.
And sometimes because we are young, we do not know what empty is or what does the emptiness means at all. I myself, I think that the thing about sex is that the sex is just a process or a ritual that symbolizes intimacy. because you are being naked to one another.
Yeah.
Like you're taking off all your armor
Yeah.
to show the belly side of things, to show like you got nothing.
Yeah,
So it's just the idea of that towards two persons.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I think most of us didn't come to terms about this like when we are younger, because we're like, okay, since it's just there, might as well just it give like at the end of that you get an orgasm, you get a euphoric sense of accomplishments or anything like that, right? So things like that happens, and I really don't. I have never been to I've never been to like a fulfilled one, because I've not in a relationship. I've not been in a relationship before. So I'm just like trying to like figure out like what does, and I do not know whether I've come to terms of like being single for all my life, because I'm not the guy who get into a relationship, but there's this part of me that just doesn't want to end, because I'm like, okay, let's try to go and see dating agency and see whether it works for me.
To go dating app,
Yeah.
not agency.
The dating app I've tried, like I'm not how should I say, I am not that I'm because of the algorithm, it stacks against me.
Sorry?
The algorithm for the dating app itself, like Tinder, right?
Yeah.
It is stacked against me because of the because I'm not the popular ones, right?
You don't have to be popular in the Tinder.
I mean, like, there are studies that are being shown, right? Or at least I've seen studies being shown, like if you're popular, right, you tend to get a lot more views, and if you're not, if no one swiped on you before, then you get pushed down the algorithm.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
So that happens where because you're not attractive at all, you got pushed down. So and well, the guys were at a very disadvantage, because it's like 75% guys, 25% female or something like that. Then after that, there are also studies being shown that it's only the same group of guys who get swiped on the right.
Okay.
Yeah, so who got accepted by most of the girls. So it's like, I think like 10% or 20%, if I'm not wrong. So the rest of the 80%, got pushed down. Then either have to get paid to get more views by the other party. After a while later, you also when you get swiped right, then you realize scammers, and bots, and stuff like that. I got that a couple of times. I'm like, I don't know whether I want to be. I don't know whether I want to be in the dating scene anymore. Sometimes.
Yeah, I understand.
It's just like, okay, so what am I supposed to do now? Like I'm not into. I want to find love. I don't want to be lonely.
Yeah.
But I do not know where to go right now.
There are a lot of dating apps. The Cupids, Coffee Meet Bagel. There are 4 or 5, you know.
Yeah. So everything
is same.
It's the same. I mean, it's all the same algorithms, right? It's just like who to go out with and stuff like that. And then I don't know. I'm not so sure whether the idea of soulmate is workable. Right? It's easier to.
It's very hard now. Maybe last time.
Yeah. And then because of the, again, and the business for dating apps is you are the product as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, it's a bit hard right now. So what am I supposed to do and stuff like that?
Yeah. Because I dated a few gays from the Tinder, from Grindr. Quite bad. They all have mental issues. So I gave up. So now I'm still trying. I still go in and try to make friends. So now I just don't go, because it's just nobody wants to be a friend.
But is it? So here's this thing. You are Kumar. You put your profile on Grindr.
Yeah.
Do you get is it easier?
No. It's not easier.
It's not easier.
No. But I mean, actually it's easier to make friends. But the friendship don't last. Like after a while, these youngsters just don't message, you know, and it doesn't go anywhere, you know. So I cannot be the one making effort all the time. So I think it has to work both ways. So it's usually a wow, you're Kumar grinder. I say, why? I'm also human. Why we are supposed to what? Not have meet friends, is it? You know?
I think it's because you're a celebrity. That's why.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, this celebrity is on this app.
Yeah,
Like
but
me.
then but maybe celebrities will go to one different app, create ourselves, is it, to meet each other. I don't want to meet. I want to meet real people. But okay lah. The so far the Chinese ones, but we didn't develop a friendship. They were better than the Indian ones. Indian ones all have mental issues.
What does the word real means to you then? Like, I also know that
Someone is not in my circle lah. Because people who are in my circle, like the media people, they don't know when to switch off. So when I meet real people like a heartlander, I will take the energy, but I will also be calm, cool, and be more, every time very tiring.
Does every celebrity do most celebrity give like a
Mostly.
because like I do not understand how the exaggerated version of yourself, right? How much do you have to be for the exaggerated version of yourself to be like, okay, look, this is going to be my personality at all times, or this is going to be my personality?
Yeah, it's very tiring.
Because you went out on stage, like the personality you have right now versus the personality you went out on stage is totally different from me. Like,
It's always the case. It always is different because that is times 10. I cannot be that person all my life. Then I will go IMH. I have my mental issues because I cannot have. So I know how to switch off and switch on. So I switch off.
How do you switch off then? Like, okay, so
it's something in the training. Very hard to explain. It's just when you go on stage, you are a different person. So it's training.
Do you have a ritual before you go on stage?
No. Nothing.
I see. Because I'm like, how do you switch on, switch off, then switch off? Because when I go out on stage, I try doing the open mics, right? I try to be myself, in a sense that this is how I speak, this is my vibe, this is the thing, right? And this is who I try to be. I do not know how to like pump myself a little bit higher. I do not know the my stagecraft as well as like, okay, look, this is I'm gonna be a little bit more energetic. I'm gonna be a little bit like I don't know. I know that this is who I am, and this is, if I would tell jokes.
Maybe that's not your job. That's not what you're supposed to do. We all have a path. God has created for all of us a path. No matter how much you divert, you'll end up there. So maybe this is not your path. We don't know.
How do you know? Like, you found your path early.
Yeah.
How do you know that's your path then?
Eventually you'll know lah. When you go there, then if that's something that you love to do and you're doing it, that's your path already. You know. But if you're doing it because everyone else is doing it, then that's not your path.
I think that's a good way to end.
Yeah. We are all born for a reason.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you for doing this.
No problem.
I really appreciate you coming down.
Thank you, Gary.
Okay.